believe that the microphone is on. You're welcome to today's weekly analysis. Believe that the microphone is on. You're welcome to today's weekly analysis. This week promises to be a great week for us with all that we have to discuss today. We're going to take a straight 1 week plan, which would kick off from today until next week. Until next week. Okay, now I want to share the screen, but I'm trying to get the audio on the screen. It's taking a little time. Do I have my audio now on the screen? Do I have the audio now on the screen? Audio on the screen. Audio on the screen. Audio on the screen. Audio on the screen. No audio yet on the screen, so I have to still work on it until we have an audio on the screen. Let me try one or two things again. Audio on the screen. 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 All right, our audio is back. So the time is fast spent already. It's already 6:32. But let's see what we can do now. As you can see, my drawings are still on the screen. This is because I want to do the complete analysis with you this morning. This is this for the sake of someone who have not probably be part of our analysis before. So what we do is we're going to clean the drawings. Okay, so we have removed the drawings for drawings for the previous week so that we can be able to start something for the new week. Alright, so I'm sharing the link on our Facebook link on all our mentorship groups and platform. I expect that you to keep sharing all of our links to on all the platforms. So right now I'm going to share the YouTube link as well. So whichever one is convenient for anybody, that one the person can join. Either the Facebook live or the YouTube live, anyone that is convenient. The both links are available. The both links are available. Okay, so follow us through. Like we said, every week analysis starts from the 1 week time frame and stretches to the 15 minutes time frame where we usually take our entries from the 1 week time frame to the 15 minutes time frame for entries. So what do we do on the 1 week time frame? Sorry, please, I needed to send those messages out to all our groups. On the 1 week time frame, what we do is we look out for price action. Okay, what do I mean price action? Let me zoom so that you can see clearly what I'm talking about. We look out for price action, and why is that important? It's a weekly trade, right? It's going to start today and it will end on Friday. There might be time when price might move from this position to this price action, or to this price action, or to this price action. If those price actions are not clearly identified, we might be having issues with our analysis or with decisions to make. And then, so we use the green lines for price actions. Take notes. We use green lines for price action. So these are basically the price actions for the upward movement in case price begins to go upward. Okay, so follow us closely now so that you do not miss any part of this analysis. So this is how we come about those previous lines which you saw that I just removed this morning before we started out this analysis. So these are the price actions line. What it means is just like the name implies, anytime our candle gets to any of these lines, we'll be looking at for an action. Okay. All right. So from the 1 week time frame, what can you see? Is it a downtrend or is it an uptrend? What can you see? Obviously, it is a downtrend. Obviously, it's a downtrend. So we take the stop touch and the stop touch. So our trending lines as well, we use blue lines for trending lines. Take note of these colors. These colors help us to identify our lines no matter how much busy the market becomes during the week. Okay, so let it touch a top and a second top. So that's our trend line from the 1 week time frame. Quickly we move to the 24 hours time frame. Just look at the time frames that I'm using. Of course, I will not be using all the time frames. So quickly we're on the 24 hours time frame. Now what are we looking at on this time frame? We want to pay close attention to the price actions which we already identified on the 1 week time frame. We want to see if there's anyone that is not touching the lines. Okay, so now you notice that this one is touching, this is touching. Okay, this is touching but a little bit down, so but it's still okay. This is still okay, only this one does not have an action. Okay, so but for the previous, there's no need. Okay, I've seen one price action now, a place where supports became resistance. This is the price action. Okay, so we have been able to identify a price action. So now on this 24 hours time frame, what is the trend? What is, of course, it's still a downtrend, but there is a counter trend. There's a little bit of counter trend because the market seems like it wants to give us a reversal. So let us identify this top and this top for the week. So let's see where market is heading to. Okay. All right. So after that, we're gonna go straight to the 4 hours time frame now. Our session breaks are on. Of course, in case you do not know how to turn it on, you come to settings. You click on this economic events on red, session breaks on green. Session breaks tells us the beginning of the day. So of course, today started from this point here, which is the 11th of September, and the 2 candles for the week has been formed. Of course, you know that we identified the 2 candles of the week right from the 4 hours time frame. So in this 4 hours time frame, we'll be looking at price action. If you look, you see that all our actions on the 1 week time frame is somehow accurate with that of this 4 hours time frame. So, but what we don't have yet is our lines. Our lines. So right now we'll just pick up red lines. Our red lines, and then what are we doing? We're identifying the 2 candles that starts up the new week. We're identifying the 2 candles that starts up the new week. So now if you look, you see that the candles are very obvious. So this is the first candle. It's a big bullish candle, though it created a weak here because of a rejection. And then the second one was a clear bullish candle to this point. So I'm going to pick the top part of this candle. We're going to make it red. because we're going to be using that as our zone or our region. You understand that? So, what do we mean by zone or region? Anytime price crosses above the top of our red lines, we understand that we're going to be looking at for buys. So we call it the buy region. Anytime price, sorry please, anytime price is coming up above the red lines, we will be looking out for a buy. So it's not just the buy region, but buy region for the week. So it will not just be for today, it will be for the entire week. So anytime price gets to this region, we call it the buy. We're looking at for a buy. So now let's clone this for the sell region for the week. So anytime price crosses below the second red candle red line, it will be our sell region for the week. If you were in our weekly review class, you observe that following this rule pays a lot. For anybody who is in this buy region for the week, who is looking out for sell, the person might not really have a good entry for sell. Anybody who is on the buy region and is looking out for buys, the person will definitely have good buys for the week. So pay attention to those things. So now let's look at the trend. What is the trend like for today on the 4 hours time frame? Of course, we have an obvious downtrend from this point on the 4 hours. Okay, so someone is identifying that the screen is actually hanging. I'm surprised to hear that. Let me check and confirm. I'm surprised to hear that the screen is hanging. Now I'm going very far with this analysis already. I've gone very far with this analysis. So I'm sorry about the screen hanging. I didn't know that. I should have checked that. Though I have my feedback here, but because I'm a little bit busy, so I did not really pay attention. So sorry about that. But so far we have been able to get to the 4 hours time frame already. And on the 4 hour time frame, we're just identifying the trend line, which I just said the trend line is a downtrend for this particular side, which I just marked out now. It's an obvious downtrend. So what else will I be doing for us time frame? Okay, let me see if my price actions are clearly identified as I want it. So I'm going to look at this price action here. Of course, there's another one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. So I'm identifying all these price actions and spotting reversals. So these are very important price actions, action levels. Okay, so this is another one here. So this will be all for the 4 hours time frame to the 1 hour time frame. What are we looking at on the 1 hour time frame? We're looking out for trend line as well. Of course, it's obviously a downtrend for this, and then we're looking out for the price actions. So all the price actions have been drawn. Let's see now if it's working very well for us on this time frame. There's one here, and there's a price action here. There's a price action here. This one here. There's another price action here. There's another one here. There's another one here. So these are the basic price actions that are not visible on the 1 hour time frame. This one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. So that's all we're gonna do on the 1 hour time frame, and then we move straight to the 15 minutes time frame, where we will be spotting our entries and mapping out our psychological levels. So of course, as you can see, price is on the upside. So when we start drawing our psychological level, it will start from on the upside. So if we look out for this point, for instance, psychological level is drawn with blue lines. Remember, take note of that. So let me shift this. Okay. So right now on the psychological level, what do? We look out for the number. We have 1.25141. So we're going to let's take out the 3 digits first. Let's see. Okay, so it brought us down to this point. That's a 250. So the next level after that 250 is 255. So we have 255 for the upside. So let's see that. So can you see that now? So our first psychological level is on this point, and the second one is on this point. So what are we looking at from the first psychological level to the second one? We're looking at 50 pips. This is it. We can use our measuring ruler to measure the pips. Exactly 50 pips. That's what we're looking at for each psychological levels. So what's the next thing again to pay attention to? We will now look at the next one after this. Of course, this one is 55, so the next one should be 60. The next one above is 60. This one is 50, so the next one below should be 45. So we just take out this 40. We have 45. and then after that one, the next one will be 40. Okay, so now you add psychological levels if you find that price is getting to the area where you need your psychological level. Except price doesn't get there, you might not need it there. So that's why we'll not be putting psychological levels everywhere. Now on the 50 minutes time frame, you might not see all the psychological levels. So let me just put on the 1 hour time frame. Now you can see the psychological levels. This is one, this is one, this is another one, this is another one. Oh, you can't see the one below because the 1 hour time frame is still a bit far. Let's go to 4 hours time frame. Now from the 4 hours time frame, you can be able to see clearly our psychological levels. Okay, so you can see the last one, which is just here. So anytime price gets there, we'll be making very use of that particular psychological level. So to an extent, we can say that our analysis is set for the week. So of course, as price begins to move to each price actions, anyone that is broken, like the OBs, which are the other blocks, anyone broken to give us a POS will definitely be removed from that particular part, knowing that we do not have any other block there again, rather a POS. So that will do the course of the trading days of the week. So on the 15 minutes time frame is where we will be spotting our entries. Of course, you can see that because of the two particular candles that began the week, the two red lines that demarcate buy region and sell region for us are very, very far apart. Now there's something we've not yet done. I just realized that now. We did not spot price action on this time frame, 15 minutes time frame. It's really important to spot it. That will help us to easily see entries. So now, how do we do that? We're going to take our price action line. One just formed here now because of this reversal. There's obviously one here. Then there's obviously another one here. There's another one here. There's another one here. So anytime price gets to these levels, we'll be looking out for an entry because of the price reactions. There's another one here. It's another one here. It's another one here. It's another one here. So we already drew the price action lines, but we've not yet drawn the there is a price action here. That's why there is a break here. There's one here. There's one here already. So let's identify it. So something we didn't do yet, which is for 4 hours time frame. We're supposed to identify the blocks down to the 15 minutes time frame. So for here, there's an order block here. another block here. It's another block here, which will be very important to identify. Then after that, there's another one being formed here, but it's not yet formed, so we will not identify it yet. We'll leave it like that for now. So let's go straight to 1 hour. So the 1 hour time frame, the candle has already been formed, so we can spot one here. It's another block here giving us that huge rejection, and it looks like there's another one here. Also looks like there's another one here. There's another one here. Also, every part where there is a huge rejection gives us an order block, helps us spot entries and make decisions based on price actions decisions. Then the 15 minutes time frame, which is our lowest time frame. So at this time frame, we'll be looking at how to reduce this so it's not too big. We're looking at how to reduce this. Just put it at the last. Put it at the last point. Then this one. Okay, all the other blocks have been identified. Now you will find that if this entry was taken for this other block, this would have been a good sell for a take profit at this next price action. Then you find that if this was taken, because this is a break of structure, if this entry was taken, a pullback, this would have been a beautiful buy. So this is how our analysis helps you out to be able to spot entries. Alright, so we are done for doing the analysis. All we can do now is let's just do a back test. We'll do that on 24 hours time frame. So let's back test from April. Let's back test from April. So from April, we are looking at anytime price breaks through any of our price actions. We look at the trend, we use our 6 factors, which is these are six factors, which are trend, candle, price action, psychological level, what else again? Pattern, what else again? These are the basic factors we're going to be looking at for us to be able to spot an entry, trend, candle, price action, psychological level, pattern. So these are five factors, as many as we remember. We're able to include in our factors. The more the factors, the better your decisions. So let's assume we're using these five factors to spot entries. Right now there's an uptrend here, right? So there's a trend for this 24 hours time frame. Then after that, I'm looking at a candle. What kind of candle is being formed? So I'm going to play to see the candle full way. So can you see that the particular candle that was formed here was a peer bullish candle? So I will take an entry from this point, obviously from this point, because I'm spotting a bullish candle. So I'm going to go bullish. Of course, psychological levels will work better on the 15-minute time frame. So I'm using like price action now, and I'm looking at pattern, because this is a W pattern. So my stop loss will just be just after the next price action. So I'm going to be using the price actions as my take profit zones. So I might not wait until the final take profit. So I play this entry to see how it goes. So do you see that now? So that's a very valid entry. Then I'm going to be looking at another entry. Let's see. So I'm looking at price action now, candle and trend. Okay, so I've seen my candle for next entry. So this bullish candle broke again the price action level, so automatically that's an entry for me. I'm going to put my stop loss just after this price action, and I'm going to look at how this entry plays. Now this entry, if you look, you see it has already made a move. Okay, so this hits TP again, confirming that entry, valid entry. So I'm looking at another one. If you spot this bearish, you can go bearish here. There are bearish candles forming, so I can actually go bearish here or here. On this side now, there is a little bit of counter trend giving us a little downtrend. So here I just take an entry, my stop loss just at this price action, then I can aim for this. Let's see how it plays. Might not necessarily hit your final TP. Okay, so this particular one didn't really go very far. So for this entry, it was late, or even if you enter from here, you can actually close at the first price action. As you can see, it has reversed to hit our stop loss, because you cannot get all entries. So that's a bearish, that's a bullish candle confirming an entry here. Okay, so you go bullish here, find your stop loss. So at every price action, you'll be looking at to take profits or break even. So you see that, oh wow, this is a good move. It went and hit the final TP. So look out for another candle. This is already an uptrend. So let's look out for another candle that will break this structure. This is a W pattern already. Okay, that's a bullish candle breaking out that structure. So it's a good entry. This video has already gone forward, so in case there is a reversal, just know that this is a late entry. So this is supposed to be your entry. The video has gone faster than, so your stop loss should be somewhere just below this price action. And in this case, look out for the movement so that it hit the final TP. So let's look out for another candle. I'm seeing a reversal there. So let's see if the bearish that we break that structure. Okay, so we need a confirmed bearish candle to break the structure. We will not just use indecisive candles. That's where we make mistakes with embrace. Wait for an obvious bearish, and that's the candle. That's the candle we're waiting for. That's the candle we're waiting for. Let's wait for another one to see if it will break. That's it. So if for any reason you take this particular one, because of that break of structure there, you observe that you can actually go bearish here. Put this as your stop loss. Even though this is down close to our D. Okay, so let's see what plays out on this. So, but this is what we spotted enough for a close. So do not come and hold thinking because I said that could be a nice entry. There's already a move done there, so we have to still observe, consider other factors before we decide on what to do there. Alright, so that will be all for today's analysis. So this is where I'm going to be all through the week, spotting my entries. So I wish you a very successful week. I'll be looking forward to you sharing with me the results and the testimonies that you achieved through this wonderful analysis that we just did today. Of course, this is an uptrend. This is an uptrend. Alright, so come to the comment section of the videos on YouTube or Facebook and share your experience with us. Let's know what this analysis did for you. So we're looking forward to having you again on our weekly review meeting. It will be on Saturday by 11 a.m. where we'll be reviewing the results that came as a result of this analysis. So if you want to be part of our mentorship platforms, just send us a DM. We'll see how we can get you in those platforms.